Hello everyone, this is Jimmy and welcome to episode 2 of Seaopolis, where we are in a bubble under the sea. Last time we set up a piece of obsidian and a cobblestone generator, which produces not just cobblestone, but some of the various other useful resources we need in the pack. And every time you play a skyblock style pack, your cobble generator or your basic resource generator is a very important milestone. So now that we have this, it's been running for a couple minutes to produce a couple stacks of cobble. We have building blocks if we want to expand our bubble and to turn into resources somehow, some way. So let's start by finishing out today the ceramics chapter here, get the sand and red sand production so that we can make more glass. And then from there, we'll move on to probably Tinker's Construct. So in order to make red sand, the easy way to do it is to have a piece of sandstone. But since we don't have a piece of sandstone yet, we can convert dust into red sand in a barrel. And I think it has to be a stone barrel. A couple ways to move lava from our crucible to the barrel. In the water. I could use buckets. However, these buckets only last, they're single use when you move hot fluids like lava. So for now, I'm going to use the fluid hopper. That is, I mean, you can probably guess what it does. However, the fluid hopper has to go underneath, which is incidentally the exact same slot the torch takes. So I think what I'm going to do is empty it out like that, and then replace the fluid hopper with, at least tentatively, instead of putting the torch back, I'm just going to put a bucket of lava there, because I think, anyways, lava is, I guess this does use up our bucket. Oh, that's not even a full bucket. Whoops. I believe that the lava is considered to be hotter than just the torch, so it'll melt the crushed diorite I have in here a little bit faster. For reference, the torch has a heat level of 5, which I think it's per second. No, it's definitely not per second. Maybe per 5 ticks. I don't know. But it has a heat level of 5. I don't know what the unit is. The lava is 50. That's 10 times as fast. Yeah, that's a marked improvement. Now, if I want to get rid of that lava now, I need to use another bucket. So we're going to let this thing fill up completely so that I don't have to keep wasting buckets. I can hopefully get reusable buckets in the relatively near future. We get iron, I guess. Here's a brilliant idea. What if I made a couple pieces of grout and then cook this up? We should be able to make a seared faucet out of this, and that can extract fluids out the side of the crucible. That way we won't have to, oh, can I not smelt this? I need a blast furnace. We can make one of those now. For those of you like me that have been living under a rock for the last couple of years, the blast furnace is a vanilla mechanic. Woohoo! Its main purpose is to cook metals at a higher speed than just a vanilla furnace. So, in vanilla, at least, I don't think there are any recipes that are blast furnace exclusive. Maybe there are some. You know what? I'm not going to comment on that because we all know I know nothing about vanilla Minecraft. But anyways, we can now smelt grout into seared bricks. I get 3 of these. Hopefully this recipe hasn't changed. Tinker's Construct has, ooh, we get 2 faucets even. I guess the recipe has changed, and for the better, haha. But yeah, Tinker's Construct has changed a lot in between versions, but the gist is still the same. You can use it on anything as just as like a fluid spout. So that way we can pour the sand into there, and then click the dust into that, and this can extract, I mean, it can only extract out the side of inventories. This 4th piece of red sand should be the last that we need for now. So that's that quest complete. We just throw it into water to wash it, turn it into regular sand, because that's obviously how that works, and then craft that into sandstone. And now we should be able to swap out the block underneath here, make sure not to lose it, with the sandstone. And now our generator should be a sand generator. There we go. So now if we need any more sand, we can just harvest it from this, which will obviously be much faster than trying to make sand with lava. But yeah, now depending on our needs, this can be a sand generator, a stone generator, a smooth stone generator, any of the above. I would like to get it to harvest slightly faster, but I think we'll deal with that later. Let's leave it a sand drainer for the time being, claim these rewards, and we can make some glass if we want. All right. The pack also has snad in it, so by doing this, we get snad, which just grows plants on it faster. I don't know if the redstone trick on snad still works, but we'll try that out in a bit. Let's just waste 2 pieces of clay, or 4 pieces of clay, to finish out that last quest there. So I think I have my ceramic clay leftovers in my inventory. All right. Is that how we do it? Take these. No, these. Can I blast furnace it? No. The rules about what you can and cannot blast furnace confuse me. But with that, we should have chapter complete. All right. So now we've done everything in the ceramics chapter. Let's move on to Tinker's 2. So, starts off, it wants us to make grout. Well, good thing I smelted all of my grouts. I don't have any more. To make a basic one of these, it's not even a smeltery, it's like a seared furnace, I think. No, seared, some kind of furnace. It's basically, it's like a 1-block smeltery. We need at least, so this is probably 20-ish pieces of grout. Let's see about gathering that up. I wish this would tell me how many we needed so I could just make the exact number. Because I think once you have the seared furnace, you can make seared bricks much more easily by just, or at least seared stone, by just directly casting seared stone, which melts. There we go. Which comes from melting. Come on. I wanted to, can I directly melt cobblestone? Maybe we can't. Maybe we have to melt grout the entire way. This trick may have been changed in this version of Tinker's Construct. It looks like seared stone, it's its own resource. It's not actually equivalent to cobble. Interesting. Apparently we can melt mobs for it. That's cute. Now that our cobble generator can just make sand and gravel, it's actually quite easy to make grout. So here's our first 24, well, here's our next 24 blocks of it. Get it all smelted up. And while that smelts, let's look at what's next. So we're going to have to set up the Tinker's tables at some point. I did kind of skip past that in part 1. I think these are basically the same as Tinker's Construct used to be. So I'm going to craft them up and then place them down, see if, in fact, let's even see, are the recipes changed? They are. Right. Oh, there's 2 wood planks. Fancy. Immediately, I noticed there's some differences. The Tinker's Construct tables now, there's a lot less of them. There's no longer a pattern table. You no longer have to make patterns. I think the pattern maker and the part maker are now joined in one. So if I put some materials in here, I can now pick what I want. So I need a binding. Yeah, it uses up patterns. They're single use, but we no longer need to like inscribe patterns and store them and all of that. So there's no more pattern, I forget what this is called, pattern table, pattern something, pattern inscriber, and there's no more pattern chest. Cool. So there's that, and then we can upgrade our tool head to stone. I figure I may as well do the quest because it's here, right? Let's see, stone pickaxe head. I assume that we still put that together here in the Tinker's station. This used to be called the tool station, I believe, if memory serves me right. Can I use a stick? Or does it? No, it has to be. Alright, so there we go. We have a stone pickaxe. Fancy. The modifier system has been completely redone. I have no clue how it works right now, and we'll figure it out later. Alright, so there's Tinker's Construct Part 1. Now we're down to Tinker's Construct Part 2 again. That, see how our seared brick is coming along. All done. Cool. So we have to make a seared heater. It powers it not with lava, but with heat, I guess. For now, or with furnace fuels. That'll work for me. So, seared, yeah, the seared melter. Oh no, we're gonna need one of those later as well. All right. So the seared heater is that. The melter is next. This is like the heart of the multi-block. Hey look, I have just enough glass on me. Next, faucet, and then tank and table and basin. All right, so I have just enough for one. Let's make the basin first. So I think with this we can set up the world's most basic smeltery. Kind of running out of space too. I kind of want to expand to the surface. So I think we can, where there's 2 blocks up on the surface that we can like breathe out of. So why don't we try to expand our base out to there and build a little platform up on the surface, maybe out of, what do I have a lot of? Now that I'm here on the surface, I don't know if I want to be up here. Looks pretty unpleasant. Those guys are holding TNT. At least the block they hold says TNT on it. Whatever. Maybe we'll put some of our less critical infrastructure up here. And the smeltery definitely counts as non-critical, right? Who cares if it gets blown up? How you doing, buddy? How's that TNT of yours? I like how he bounces when you hit him. Drops gunpowder, though. Very 5 gunpowder, wow. I'm not sure if this is any faster or more efficient than making steel brick, whatever, stone the regular way. But we can pour clay over cobblestone. I think this is easier because it doesn't involve making gravel, which is something that we cannot directly make with our generator. Then again, but this still uses clay. I don't know. Either way, it's just, hey, look, we're making syrup cobblestone now. So, let's go ahead and make hopping botany pots. I want these. Yes. This is, these can grow plants. Oh, they can grow trees even. So, I guess they can, yeah, trees and sugarcane and similar plants can be automated with this. So, you probably don't have, and even stuff like cactus, you won't have to chop trees anymore. Down for that. The reason why botany pots are gated behind the basic seared melter here is because this terracotta appears like it can only be made in a casting basin, so we need this to melt it. We can't just smelt blocks of clay in a furnace. Possible that it might generate somewhere out there in the world, but I haven't really explored the world. Wait a second. Can we use blue No. We can't use this, can we? Use blue terracotta. No, it can be used to make. So I guess we could have made botany pots as soon as we had clay, because we can make clay bricks by smelting it. Classic case of terracotta hiding in plain sight. Whoops. Oh well, I'm already making it now, so let's not take the base apart for a little bit of terracotta. For now, I'm just gonna grow trees out of all 3 of our hopping bonsai, or they're not bonsai pots, they're botany pots now. Anyways, if you grow them in farmland, they grow slightly faster, so go. Alright, so anyways, every 50 seconds we get 3-ish logs. That'll basically mean I never have to chop a tree again. We can add more plants to them as we gain access to them, as we get their seeds and whatever. But, for now, ow, please, mercy. Ow, that hurt. Everything hurts out there. Let's move on to the next chapter. So I think that basically completes the moving on up chapter. There's challenges here, but these are just kind of like, that one's easy. But it's like, go get half a stack of fish. No thanks. I'm just gonna not do it. The reward is a drawer. You know, it's like, all right, fine. A drawer controller, I'm sure at this stage is very nice. Where'd the D go? Yeah, like I can't craft it yet, but I don't need a drawer controller for now. So we'll hold off on that. For now, let's go skip the crop stuff. Well, but there's magical crops. But we can't do magical crops till we have resources. All right, we're gonna, let's skip the crop stuff for now. Crops are boring. And we'll get into more resources. So next up is the flint tiers sim. I assume we have to make the flint stiffened mesh, or is it just called a flint mesh? But I have tons of flint because I've been sieving gravel for dusk before. So let's make ourselves a bunch of these. Oh. That leads. Do you produce leaves by chance? You do, but not a lot. Alright, we're gonna have to share some trees. So remember that statement about not having to plant more trees that I literally just made? Yeah, that was a lie. Since I have 4 sieves, I figured we may as well make 4 flint meshes, which is 16 string meshes. That's 5, 15, 16. And then a lot of flint. But good thing we have a lot of flint. Alright, so these don't stack, which is kind of a pain in the butt. And I guess I should have taken the 4 meshes I already had out of here first. Can I remove meshes? Yeah, we can. Okay, good. Because now I have 4 leftover string meshes. Oh well, I'm sure they'll get used eventually. In fact, let's just store them. There might be some things that can only be sieved in the lower tier meshes. I'm unsure. Anyways, now that we have flint meshes, we should be able to start sieving for metals. So by sieving red sand, we can get nickel and copper. Let's see, gravel doesn't have anything extra in it. Overworld matter? How do I get this? Oh boy, that's an alloy. Alright, let's not deal with that yet. So it looks like, let's just read the quest here. Copper, tin, and nickel come from sieving red sand and regular sand. Alright, I should have a healthy chunk of that from our generator here. Sand and red sand. Nom 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 fish. The actual yield from sieving sand seems pretty low. You can look up the exact amount. In a flint mesh, we get 20 and 30%. In fact, that number doesn't even go up as the mesh tier goes up. So per unit sand, right, we only get like half an ore piece, and it presumably takes 4 pieces to make a piece of ore. From 1 stack each of the colored sands, we get about 4 pieces, 4 to 5 pieces of each ore. So, in addition, we have some cinnabar, which I'm not sure what this is for. Is it? Ooh, we can make pipes. These are item pipes. Cinnabar. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what cinnabar's for, but we have some cinnabar and some niter, which is also used to make pipes. All right. Well, I'm sure these things will find their use soon enough. For now, I want to see, can we take these chunks and double them in anything? Well, I presume we can melt them. No, it turns out we cannot. We can melt them in our thing, which does... Wait, in a melter, it gets 1 ingot, 3 nuggets. So we get 1.3x yield. Which, it's not nothing, but it's not great. Can we make the small plate presser? Small plate... Nope, we need redstone for that. How do I make redstone? Sieving overworld. Alright, we'll get there soon enough then. But I think what I want to do is take that copper and make a smeltery from it. So, ooh, black box. Censorship, apparently. Something there is not safe for young children. But we can now make the smeltery controller because that uses 4 ingots of copper. So 3 of these, right? Because each one, when we melt it, becomes an ore and 3 nuggets. So 3 of them should make 4, and then we should be able to upgrade our seared whatchamacallit into a proper smeltery. Our good friend, the smeltery, appears to look quite different from it did in 1.12 as well. Not quite sure what the, let's see, molten copper poured, well, that'll make the controller. Looks like it's still more or less made of the same blocks, except the base is now... Not actually sure what that base block is. Casts, no. Smeltery, most contain seared floor and bricks around the center block. So, or is that just decorative? I'm not actually sure. What is a seared floor? No item called that. I'm gonna go pirate hunting for a little bit because they drop gold nuggets. So my plan is to get a gold ingot. What's that nugget? Villager, so interesting. But yeah, my plan is to try to get a gold ingot so that I can make the casts or the molds for the ingot, like make an ingot mold. I could make the disposable molds, but those are single use, and I figured, you know, if we're gonna make molds, may as well do it right. And these guys are pretty easy to hunt down for their gold nuggets. I've already gotten 5. So I could just like forego using the mold and cast them as blocks, but I need to make two more ingots of copper before we can start actually using our smeltery. Remember all that work I put into making my first piece of sandstone? I should have just swam over here and gotten a piece of sandstone. I don't know what's in there. I don't want to play with it. I just feel stupid for making sandstone now. Ingot mold system still works the same, except now the gold mold only takes a single ingot of gold. So there's a gold cast, and now if I melt some copper in here, I should be able to get 2 ingots of it. Let's see. I guess if I do 3 copper pieces, we can get 4 ingots. It's a little annoying working in the melter for now because of those weird ratios, but this should be the last time I have to melt something in the melter. The smelter itself is basically the same as it was actually. The inside, or the preview here, oopsies, in the quest book, let's see, I think there's 3, it just shows a different floor block, so I think that's completely optional. It's the exact same shape if we look inside. I get poisoned if I go up there, right? Yeah, don't go up there. But the inside here is, there's just a floor right down there. So, it's the exact same as the Tinker Smeltery has always been. Tried and true. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Alright. So anyways, the reason I need this copper is because the ports, the drain uses, that's how you actually get the fluids in and out of the smeltery. You need 2 copper each. Automated item insert also goes into a seared chute now instead of directly into the controller. So, where were we? Up to here. We need nickel and tin ingots, and then we can make some of our alloys of bronze and constantin. Let's make those and then see what exactly overworld matter was. This is organic water, tin, and clay. Alright, let's not make the alloys yet. Organic water is melting in a crucible, I guess anything organic. Checks out. Also, the smeltery is true ore doubling, so now each ore chunk produces 2 ingots, which is quite nice. It also gets rid of that awkward, 1 1/3 math if we want to turn stuff into blocks. So here I have another crucible powered by lava. Into this hopper we could just put some leaves or any organic matter, and then that just melts it. To get the fluid from here into the crucible, I set up a thing where I can just right-click a faucet. It flows into these seared channels, which flow it into a seared drain there, and into the smeltery. So in here I already had some tin and molten clay, which means by just flowing in a bit more of this organic fluid, whatever, we can make overworld matter. Now this overworld matter fluid has to be, step 1, cast into blocks. There's a machine that can automate this later, but for now, I don't even have a timer to automate the seared faucet, which is a bit of a shame. I wonder, is there a timer available from the shop? I vaguely recall seeing that maybe there was one. There's a clicker. Can't buy it yet, but the clicker would have worked. But no, it looks like there's no timer available in the shop. Because I have no redstone, I can't even just make like a vanilla redstone timer, right? I'm kind of just at the mercy of right-clicking the thing every now and then. But that does make us overworld matter, which can be sieved. Oh, what are water locks? Forget that. A normal sieve, even just using a flip mesh, will get us stuff like redstone and iron. Fill a bucket with that organic matter. Oh wait, was that the right stuff? Or was that quest? Maybe this is the wrong thing. Thinkers? Nope. What's it? I need to pick up a piece of this first. Pick up that. Oh no, you want a bucket of ceramic seawater. A barrel of water on top of overworld matter will make seawater. Okay, so I don't need this. Can I put this back? Yeah, there we go. So something like this. Yeah, we'll transform. I guess I don't even need this. This stuff doesn't flow. We'll transform it into the other type of water. I hear you. I hear you. Trying to sneak up on me. I wonder, do these guys explode if I let them go off? Eh? Boom? Where's my boom? I'm disappointed. But anyways, that gets us the seawater. Completes another quest, which lets us make prismarine, made from using seawater in a barrel. Well, why did you make me take the seawater out of the barrel? Seawater plus organic matter makes prismarine. Excellent. And then we can probably sieve that for coral. I don't know why we need coral, but I'm sure the time will come. Dropping coral into the water will make different coral. Yeah. For now, though, I want to get enough of this overworld matter that we can sieve it and make ourselves a clock to automate the drain. Instead of actually making the clock from RF tools, I'm actually going to make the sequencer. It can function kind of like a clock. Or sorry, it's not a clock, it's a timer. So the timer, though, requires a literal clock, and that's 4 pieces of redstone, or 4 pieces of gold, whereas the sequencer does not use 4 gold, it uses 3 gold nuggets total. Because gold is, relatively speaking, difficult to come by, I'm going to try to avoid using it as much as possible for now. The seared faucet, whenever it receives a redstone pulse, will just toggle its state. So if it's off, it'll turn on. If it's on, it'll turn off. I just have this set to toggle, or to pulse it every 20, basically every 20 ticks. I guess I set it to 10. Every 10 ticks, it advances a state, so every second it will pulse it once. 50% duty cycle, but I mean, the sequencer can be configured for basically anything. Very powerful tool. I'm using it very simply here. But lever to control the sequencer, pulse the faucet, and now this will run until we pour all the overworld matter out of it. I intentionally made sure that organic water is the item afterwards. In fact, should this not make one more batch of overworld matter? Is there not 500? 1 ingot, 1 clay, 1 ingot, or 1 clay ingot, 1 tin ingot, and 500 organic water. 1 tin ingot, 1 clay ingot, and this is over half. Why does it? Oh, because I've run out of lava. I see. All right, let me get in a bit more lava. But anyways, yeah, this will run until we pour all 99 buckets of organic matter. But because we can't pour organic water into the basin, then it stops. I'm just gonna use our ceramic bucket for this because I think this is the last time I have to ever use a ceramic bucket, at least in this pack. So fill that up. That makes our alloy good because now I should have just enough. Let me down. Iron to make, well, that's probably a little bit more than just enough iron, but I should have enough iron. That's 8 ingots worth. In fact, if I sieve a little bit more, I can make a 9th one and cast it as a block. But we'll have enough iron to make real, honest-to-goodness buckets. Just in case it wasn't obvious how the redstone works when pouring something that uses more than 1 bucket of stuff, it just keeps toggling on and off until it happens to fill the casting basin. At this point, the signals try to turn it on, but it won't be able to turn on. As soon as it's empty, though, it'll be able to pour whatever is the next fluid. And there we go. So anyways, got 20 pieces of iron, completing quests. Where are these quests even? This must be over in another tab now, right? Ah, yes, we're into the iron. Oh, wow. I did quite a bit of it on accident. Solar cooker. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. I guess the next natural step is to make the iron meshes. So these are made... They don't take damage, right? What is the MBT tag on it? Interesting. Is fortune a thing? No, we can't put fortune on it. Alright. Hey, stop it. I need to do something about getting murdered while up here. We'll deal with that later. Dying's no big deal, right? I only have 20 levels. But yeah, to make the iron mesh, we have to take our flip meshes and dunk them in a block of molten iron. But first, the old bucket. Woohoo. Now we can move lava without breaking our ceramic buckets. There's a bit of a balance that has to be struck when it comes to your sieves. Using more sieves, you get to sieve faster, naturally. That's a side effect of having more sieves. But it means you also need to spend more resources upgrading your meshes. And these meshes aren't cheap. At 1 block each, that's, basically 4.5 iron ore. I'm literally 1 short. one short. But yeah, 4.5 iron ore blocks. So I guess each piece, I don't know. It takes. I've gone through like a couple hundred of these overworldian matters, and I'm kind of getting sick of sifting, if we're being honest. But right, if you do less sieves, you spend less resources on upgrading, but then you spend more time sieving. So, anyways, ends in sight. So let's just get that last piece. I think that did it. Let's see, stack and 8. How much I need? Stack and 8. This should be 18, which will become 4 stacks once it doubles, and then I can use that to upgrade our 4 flint meshes. It's upgrade time. That's not the... Alright, whatever. As long as it... Uh-oh. Is that not how it works? Oh, it goes in a casting basin. Alright. There. It sits the right way in the basin. What is the wrong way on the table? Whatever. 4 iron meshes later, and we can start sieving for the next higher tier material. So, when you sieve through the iron mesh, you still sieve the same material, the overworld matter. However, now there's a small chance that we get some silver and gold dusts from it. So each one has a 30% chance to give, one of the silver gold ore chunks, and 30% for gold. What this means is that now I no longer have to go running out there hunting mobs for, to scrape by tiny little bits of gold, which is good. Anyways, let's just run a little bit of it so we can complete the immediate quests, and then we can probably call it there for today. So, let's see. Yeah, we have just enough to make a little bit of each. Silver ore, gold ore. All right. And then I'm not going to bother turning ingots. Let's claim these awards. Was there any reward other than coins? Why am I not surprised? I should figure out something to do with all of these coins. At some point I have over 2 stacks right now. But yeah, now we've basically reached the end of the iron sieving chapter. Kind of skipped around a little bit, but I think we're pretty close to having access to machines. In fact, what is this gated by? Yeah, we can make electrum, and then we can make, well, gears, plates, and then we can make ourselves some machines, and that'll be nice and exciting. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.